So gunsmithing, let's talk about that. Gunsmithing is one of those things that it is going to require for you to farm a little bit. It requires for you to run around to certain locations to do some kind of stuff. I'll try to make this video as short and as informative as I possibly can, but I also will be leaving timestamps in the description for you to jump into whichever section that you think that it is more important to you. Because in here we're going to talk about the basics of gunsmithing. We're also going to be talking about the places that you're going to get the items that you actually need for gunsmithing and all that kind of sweet stuff. So first and foremost, you're going to need to be at least level 21, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is when you're going to get the first weapon, the first thing, which is going to be the musket. Also in here, prior to that, on level 20, you're going to get the weapon workbench. You're going to need one of this, and this is going to require ingots, and it's going to require nails, and what have you. But in 21, it's really where you're going to get the gist of everything. And this is just going to move forward the same thing from 21 all the way to 50, depending on there are some changes, little changes that are going to happen right here. It's just going to be between the ingots and the refined ingots, refined metal, I should better say. So in this video, we're going to cover how to get the musket, which is something that you need to farm for, how to get the gunpowder, and how to craft our ammo, because that is going to be very needed. As a matter of fact, you're going to be burning a little bit more ammo once you get to level 25, when you get your makeshift handgun, which is going to fire a little bit faster, but all of them are going to require certain materials that we are going to need. First and foremost, you're going to need the weapon workbench, and this is pretty straightforward. You need ingots, which you can get always by using your furnace right here and using material like all you need to do is just gather some ore, and then you start producing your ingots right here. Luckily enough for our weapons, for our ammunition, we're also going to be using our primitive furnace, and that is going to be with charcoal. Just to remind you, a little bit of a reminder, the primitive furnace is something that you should have been using all throughout this point, and it requires some wood, stone, and flame organ that you can get by fire element pals. You can also breed them in here on your ranch. A flambell is just an amazing option for you to get those fire organs and what have you. So that is basically the workstations that you need. On the weapon workbench, this is where you're going to build the musket. This is also where you're going to build the coarse ammo. And this is also where you're going to build some of your weapons that you are going to need moving forward. That said, this is where it requires farming a little bit, and this is where I'm going to take you to different places that you can get all of these materials for you to be able to craft all of this stuff. The ingot, that's all clear. The wood, that's all clear. Although, you are going to need high quality pal oil, at least to craft the weapon. That is also going to be true for some of the weapons moving forward, like the one that you get at 25, that is going to require high quality pal oil. It's also going to require high quality pal oil, as you can see at level 29, for your handgun, and so on and so forth. Once you have managed how to get it, everything is going to be so much more easier. And we're also going to be tackling how to get the gunpowder, because the gunpowder is going to be, of course, how we're going to be crafting our ammunition. Luckily enough, thankfully enough, the ammunition has been buffed in little patches. In the last few patches, in the very first patch, it was a little bit more difficult to craft ammo, so grinding was a little bit heavier. Now grinding is not that much more difficult. But that being said, let's move forward. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll show you where to get the high quality pal oil. So when we open our map, this is the sites of the island that you need to travel to. This is the island of beginnings, and this is where I have set up my base. If you move forward a little bit more to the left in here, you're going to find the fast travel point Seal Realm of the Thunder Dragon. This is ideally where you're going to be farming the oil. As a matter of fact, let me show you real fast the PAL that we are looking to get that done. There's also a variant of the Pokemon I don't remember, of the PAL that I don't remember right now, for the Lambal. It's a pink one that should be close by here also. But these guys, the relaxorus, they drop that thing that we're looking for pretty consistently, and as a matter of fact, they are not too difficult to hunt if you have the proper level. At the end of the day, you should be level 20 when you reach this place, and your pals shouldn't have that much of an issue trying to deal with them while you're also using your new weapons. So as you can see, high quality pal oil plus 8. That's actually quite a lot. You don't really need to farm that much. There's one more guy right there. There's this guy right here that is fighting our pal right here. So if we take care of this guy right here, he's also going to give us quite a little bit of pal oil as well. So if we gather this thing, high quality pal oil, they're going to be giving us either 6 to 8. So this is the area where you're more than likely going to be farming for it, and it shouldn't take you that long before you actually get the high quality pile oil to the levels that you need it to be. So yeah, there's that. And as a matter of fact, you can just run around. If you move forward a little bit from here, you move forward all the way through this place, there's going to be many more of these guys. So this is how you're going to get this thing. This is the first thing that we're going to need. So with the high quality pal oil, we can start crafting our weapons. That's what we're going to need to craft our weapons. That and our ingots. And moving forward, the refined metal, so on and so forth. But you should have more than enough of that thing. Like you saw how much did we get by that. And it doesn't require that much. It requires like 5, and we have like 76, and I didn't farm it for that much. So yeah, there's that. Now let's talk about the ammunition. For the ammunition, it's going to be the same thing, the same mineral that we're going to need. It's going to require a little bit more and more as you move forward through the new ammunitions. Like for example, the first ones, that is going to be the coarse ammo. It's going to require ingots and gunpowder. As you move forward with the ammunition, you are going to need, for example, more. Let me show you the handgun ammo. It also requires ingot, and it also requires gunpowder. The higher tiers of the ammunition, like for example the rifle ammo, as you can see, it requires the same thing, gunpowder and refined ingot. The refined ingot is something that you are going to get naturally as you level up, so there's not too much to worry about that. It's going to require a little bit more gunpowder as you move forward, but it's also going to give you that much more ammo. So as you can see, we replaced the gunpowder by the refined ingot, and as you move forward and you need more ammunition, again you need refined ingot for the final tier and gunpowder. So ideally gunpowder. That's also the same thing for the rocket ammo, as you can see right here. So gunpowder, that is going to be the living blood of everything that we're going to need for gunsmithing, for ammo smithing. And for the gunpowder, it is very simple. You're going to need charcoal right here, which you can get by with wood. So you craft charcoal right here, and that is going to be the one that is going to require the most. It's also going to require, let me show you real fast, as a matter of fact, the gunpowder you're going to craft it at your regular bench. It's also going to require sulfur. That's the interesting one. That is the one that we are going to farm, and it is a little bit of annoying. That being said, usually 1 sulfur is going to be the equivalent of 10 bullets right here. So let's say that if I manage to gather 100 sulfur, ideally that is going to be 1,000 bullets, and that is going to be multiplied and multiplied depending on how many bullets are you going to receive by refining. The ammo, of course, is going to require the ingots, which then again you can get on the furnace and the improved furnace. But the main thing that we're going to need at the end of the day is going to be sulfur. So let me show you where you're going to get the sulfur. This right here, this is sulfur. The thing is that it is going to be a little bit of an annoying thing to farm it. Then again, like I said, you're not going to need that much, because ideally with 100 of this thing, you're going to be able to craft 1,000 bullets. So if you come back here, back and forth, you're not likely going to need to farm that much. And the place that we're referring to, is going to be right here on the closest fast travel location is going to be the Seal Realm of the Winged Tyrant, and also the Investigator's Fork. And there's going to be plenty of banes right here. Although, however, you are going to, for some of them, you are required to go to the desert. Remember that in the desert, the weather is hot. As you can see right here, I'm already getting the hot weather, meaning that I am already getting penalties by being here if I don't have the proper armor. You can most certainly craft the proper armor, but as you can see, you have a deposit right here, right there. You have a deposit right there, but it is not mandatory if you don't really have hot weather armor, which you should. I don't know why you shouldn't have it right now. Anyways, this one right here, as you can see, it doesn't require for you to have the armor. And there's another one right here. So then again, I'll show you the map location again. The closest fast travel location is going to be the Investigator's Fork, and then the other one is going to be the Seal of the Seal Realm of the Winged Tyrant, which is right up here. And there's 2 ores right here. So depending on how good your farming tool is that you have, well, my weapon is damaged right here. But the one thing is that there's another one that I have marked on your map there as well. If you go down to the right and you have proper pals that allow you to have more carrying capacity, you're likely going to be heading home with like 100 or 200 mineral, and it is right there. So all you have to do is just jump from here. There's also some eggs that you can gather throughout the path that you have right here. But there it is. There you have the next one, and that is basically how you're going to get sulfur. And this is going to be good. This is going to function all the way from 20 to 50, because the gunpowder, it's built with the same thing at all times. Just a quick recap of everything that you need. The primitive furnace. This is where you're going to be crafting your ingots, your refined metals, your pal metals to craft higher tier weapons. This is also where you're going to craft the charcoal for you to be able to produce gunpowder. Then at level 20, 21, it begins your journey where you're going to get gunpowder. This is going to be good all throughout 50. You're also going to get the coarse ammo, which as you can see requires the ingot that you can get at the furnace, and the gunpowder, which is by mixing sulfur with your charcoal that you get out there. We have already learned how to get the high quality pal oil right here. Now it requires some little more things right there. The ingot, the fiber, and as you move forward, as you can see, it requires high quality pal oil again. The rest of the weapons are going to require a little bit more things, but you get the point. One thing that I do want to point out is that some syndicate locations that you are going to encounter throughout the world, just to wrap up the video, you're not going to struggle with ammunition with everything that I just told you. But if there's like nothing wrong, you should by all means be fighting against the syndicate whenever you find them, because 1, they're going to give you experience. 2, sometimes they have pals in their bases that you probably might want to have in your base, so it is only natural that it is a nice idea to rescue them. But second, these guys, the thugs, usually the crushers, they drop ammunition, as you can see right there. So you're not going to be spending that much ammunition if you're also going to be gathering the ammunition. The gunners, they have like your regular assault rifle ammunition. The thugs have coarse ammo. Of course, you should be crafting your very own ammo at the base, but gathering a little bit of ammo while you are exploring, it's also going to help to alleviate your resources and your stock of the ammunition that you're going to have in your base, not to have to run out of it so much. But then again, like I said, if you follow everything from this video, you should have as much ammo as you need, and you're not going to have to worry about this. This is just a little side something that I wanted to mention, because it is a nice idea. You're also going to be rescuing Pokemons, you're going to get resources, you're going to get pal souls, which are very useful, but you're also going to get ammunition from these guys. Anyways, if you like the content, it's gonna be super appreciated. Join the Discord. I'll play this game in my Discord. You can join my server. We can make a server together. I guess I have several servers that I've been playing with this game. Join the Discord, like the video, subscribe to the channel. No, I told you today you're a gorgeous and beautiful person. You're indeed a gorgeous and beautiful, beautiful person. I will see you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one. Have a lovely, lovely day, and goodbye.